Hello, everybody. This is TJ tuning in from the beautiful Buenos Aires, Argentina. I just arrived a few days ago. Today is Monday, April 1st, and I decided to run the recorder for my crude oil trade this morning, and the computer just misbehaved. I had to turn the recorder off, got into a trade, hit my goals rather quickly. It was one and done, and I thought I would just kind of walk you through what happened. Lots of action in the pre-market early. The pre-market is just what I call the time before my start time. The start time is 8:50 New York time for this trade plan. So anything before that I just refer to as the pre-market. And you can see really nice movement here, and the market was trending higher. We'll see this at the gas pump, I'm sure. And then finally finished, and then being way overbought, this cloud control gave us a trade setup right here, short from 83.48, pretty straightforward trade. You can see the targets below, the stop right up in here, the entry. Target 2 is our primary objective. If we could hit that, have a positive result, so obviously if we hit it on the first trade, it's going to be a positive result, then we have power of quitting. We're done for the session. And hopefully we can even get bigger targets, which happens quite often. So I'm splitting my position with some of it coming off at target 2, some more reserved for target 3 and for target 4. In this case, it was a really straightforward trade. Got short right here and just went straight on down. Love it when that happens. Once it hits target 1, of course, on that next bar, the stop moves down. It even locks in a tick of profit to cover costs. And when that happened, I found myself in a risk-free trade, and we always love risk-free, and that's one of the primary objectives. The first objective is to get to a risk-free trade. You want to give the trade the time it needs to develop, but then at the right time, move that stop. My way of thinking is that if I've traded this price all the way down to the first target, then I've earned the right to have a risk-free trade, and that's the basic principle of cloud control. As far as the very starting default trade plan idea, get to that target 1, move your stop to break even. Then when it gets to the little yellow dot, you could start trailing and even locking in more profit, and that's what happened. It came down, and it hit target, the little trailing stop target here. And so you can see the stop is now starting to move down and trail. And there's different trailing methods. This one is just merely trailing a simple moving or an exponential moving average. And as you can see, it keeps locking down further. And it came down and hit target 2 right here perfectly. And that was good for 26 cents. 26 cents on a full-size contract is $260. On a micro contract, it's $26 because it's 1/10 the size. Or you can have multiple micro contracts depending on your available trading capital. So it hit that. The stop kept moving lower and lower. And so the stop moved down below this little spike right here. And it even moved down and sat right on top of that mustard line, which is a 50 moving average. So I left my stop up where the white line is. That's just typically what I do. I want to try to stay in the trade. And it came up and it fought through. Well, at first it looked like it was going to survive because it hit this and went up. It started going down again. I'm like, I have a chance to get a bigger target. But then it came back up and then pushed higher. And right there is at 33. So it hit the 33 level, unfortunately, and that's where it took me out of the trade. But I already hit my goals. Hit target 2. Had a positive result. First trade, winning trade. And that was it. I was done with the session. And the whole trade, it went from 9:05 until 9:18. 13 minutes. All right, everyone, that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed this example of a typical cloud control trade session with a trade plan that's just been holding its own since the start. If you'd like to learn more about cloud control, you could always send me an email, troy@backpacktrader.com. Hope to see you on the next video.